Hello! Hello and welcome! How are we doing today? I brought back an old face. I feel bad that my new model just stares at you when I do art. So I was like, how about we bring back Dinky? It's Dinky! Yeah, she's coming back for a little bit. I'm used to being stared at. Oh. I don't like being stared at by PNG models, so I thought why not bring back this vapid stare little gremlin. You can fly now. Why can I fly? What do you mean? Is it? Oh, right, the picture. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of drawing a chibi picture, so I mean, this isn't really Dinky. She's got hair and ears, like my newest appearance, but she's chibi, and I wanted to be cute again for that. I mean, I'm always cute, but you know. Thanks for the pets, Funky, and oh, Rhyme. Thank you so much for the Prime. That's really sweet of you. Thank you so much. Hello. All right. Oh, right. My things are gonna be a little off-center. Whatever. That's good enough, isn't it? You can still see one eye. Ah! But yeah, so, gonna do art today. I was gonna play Zelda, but I skipped art last week, so I decided that this week I'm gonna skip Pokemon. So Sunday is gonna be a Zelda stream, not Pokemon, because I need to beat Breath of the Wild, and I still have like an entire Divine Beast to do, and like 3 regions to beat shrines on. I am so behind. So depending on how I feel, we might do a Breath of the Wild marathon soon. I feel bad when I do a lot of streams, or like stream for a long time, because I kind of take up the entire house space when I do it. But I really need to get that done and over with. Wait, Rhyme, isn't that Ray? Rhyme, why do you have a Ray emote? Were you there? Were you being naughty? That's a naughty chat. I mean... Hold on. I mean, it's totally like I wasn't there too, to be honest, though. But yeah. Sure if it was an issue, he would say something. I don't know. Why were you there? Yeah, why were you? why was I in the naughty Yeen stream? God. But yeah, so I feel very exposed. Hold on, my brain is trying to work. Ah! Oh, right. So I might stream on Monday. We'll see what happens. I'll either stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or I'll just do really long streams on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, so today we're doing art. Sunday is going to be Zelda instead of Pokemon, because I haven't done art in a while. But anyway, so I've already done a lot of this art piece. I'm actually in the final art, I already finished all the line arts and stuff. All that's really left is to do color and shading. And I know I say, oh, all that's left is color and shading, but as you know, that can still take me hours depending on how this goes. But thankfully this piece is quite simple, so I don't think it'll be too bad. Say that now, but yeah, I think it's not bad so far. I mean, the sketch looked like this. This was really cute. I think the sketch was really nice. I've gotten a lot more serious about I forgot to make the lair check redeem. Wait, no, bad, I forgot. Hold on, I can fix this right now. No, Ice is gonna be so disappointed in me. Don't tell him. No one tell Ice. Um, there. I made it. I made it right now. We're good. We're good. Alright, the layer check redeem has been made. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just a visual reminder for myself. Anyway, so I hope the music sounds okay. I did literally no audio testing before the stream. So I do apologize. If it gets bad, just let me know. If it's too quiet, also let me know. Alright, so yeah, anyway. I've been getting kind of better at managing my layers and stuff like that in folders. So I used to make my sketches all just one layer, but now I've been doing a lot more, layers with the sketches. So I've been really, breaking apart the drawing so that I can adjust and move things as needed. And there's a lot more layers on this thing now. Like, I really go my all on trying to keep everything nice and separate and organized. So that's all there. The line arts also has a ton of stuff in it too. So then I made the clean line arts. I have like an entire outer line thing I'm doing now, where I make the outer layer line really dark, and then all the inner lines are just darker shades of what the color flat is gonna be. So yeah, I'm starting to break apart my drawing a lot more, and I think it's kind of helping. I think it's been improving my ability. I think so anyway. So yeah, I quote-unquote started the color flat already, but all I colored in were the horns. So today we're mostly going to be doing these color flats, and then we'll get the shadows and highlights put down. Hopefully it won't take me all day. Who knows? It could. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. So I have these, I also started doing a color reference now. So I'll just grab what color, I'll play with the colors and I'll just kind of like paint it on there really quick. It doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. It's just a reference for myself later. Because I lay down the color flats first and then I do the line art so that I make sure that the colors of the line art are going to be complementary to the flats. Aw, thanks, Pink. It is pretty cute. I like this a lot. This has been a drawing idea that's been in my mind for a while. I'm glad to finally, like, do it. My head's full of ideas for art. Thankfully. Thankfully, I haven't been hit by the art block, really, yet. Maybe one day, but so far, so good. So how's everyone else doing today? Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's hard for me to remember sometimes because Hellgirl gets Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So when she's here, my brain keeps thinking that it's actually Saturday when it's not. Lines look good? So the reason why my lines look really clean and straight is because I turned my stabilization up to the wazoo. My stabilization is actually a lot higher than what most people recommend because I have terribly shaky hands. I struggle with it a lot. I didn't anti-alias that. But yeah, so if you go to your tool properties for your brush, there's an option down here for stabilization, and that's what kind of eliminates shakiness of your hand. I have mine cranked up to 50, okay? That's really, really high. I think most artists recommend like 25 to 30. I've been at 40? Yeah, mine's really high. I need it that way because my hands do shake a lot. I have essential shakes. So the more I focus on keeping my hand steady, the worse my hand gets. That's something I really struggled with in college back when I was doing vet school. I had really shaky hands, so I struggled a lot to handle some of the delicate stuff. Um, and I don't think anyone wants to know how bad I was at handling needles. I was kind of shaky when it came to using needles. Well, that wasn't pretty. Speaking of not pretty, what is that? Is that the eyelash? Looks like it's part of it. Actually, what the heck are you? Something. Some of it was eyelash, but what's the rest of you? Where are you? You're a line art, right? Yes. Where did you come from? Oh, you're on the horns. That's weird. I know it's so minuscule, but I guess I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Need that in MS Paint. Right. I remember doing little doodles on MS Paint as a kid. It was fun. I feel something there. What is that? Ugh. Got it. Alright. Alright, now we're in business. And now I also have that little window up the top right. It's kind of small. I don't have a choice. I kind of have to make it small, otherwise it'll take up too much of my actual drawing space. But at least kind of shows what the entirety of the picture looks like as I go. I spent so much of the time zoomed in really far. I'm definitely one of those artists that can't really draw in a far distance away. I need to be able to see the pixels. It's me. I'm inside your line art skewing pixels. No! Get out. I think this is fair as well. But oh yeah, how is everyone coming along? Years of repressed creativity coming through. I don't know if I would say repress. It's just that after I graduated high school, I just didn't do art much anymore. I think it's because growing up, art was a lot of times an outlet for anger. I'd fix those. It was an outlet for my negative emotions. So I think it took me a long time to start associating art with something that wasn't negative in a way, if that makes sense. There we go. Now the strings are below those layers. Another day, another vendetta? What vendetta? What's your vendetta today, Funky? Is it art? Mine's art. And my rough, how did that look? I was doing that. It is art to be most productive it can be. Yeah! Good luck. You kicked that art's butt. That has anti-aliasing on. Gotta turn that off. Man, I did not sleep good last night. I was just up all night. Brain was going Zoom. I did still... Hellgirl got me up early, despite that, though. So, hopefully, by the time it's nighttime, I'll actually be tired. And maybe I'll actually pass out at a reasonable hour. I hope so. Oh, frick. Hello? Thought I was... Huh. I did that wrong. My bad. There we go. So does anyone have anything fun planned for Saturday? Or are you just gonna hang out at home and be chill? Chilling out today. Because I have to go visit my mom tomorrow. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't talk to her a whole lot. I guess it'll be nice to sit outside. Her house is in a really nice location. It's kind of far away from town and all that stuff. It's very rural. So there's a lot of birds and nature sounds. Her road gets a little busy. People like to speed up and down it, but it's not terrible. It's not like where I live. Heck. Doing that. And she has a pretty sweet dog. He's older now, so he's mellowed out. It's not like hundreds of pounds of dog jumping on you anymore. Good. He's a big boy. I've talked about him before. He's an English Mastiff. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that dog. He's pretty sweet. Might end up seeing my stepdad, which... bleh, whatever. And I actually talked to my sister for the first time in a long time yesterday as well, which actually was really good. I don't talk to my sister a lot either, but that's not because I dislike her. I think we're both busy. But it was nice talking to her again. She's hoping to visit this year. She lives quite a distance away. She lives a few states away. It's a long hour drive for her to visit, so she doesn't do it often. But she's hoping to visit this year, so that's exciting. Yes, I made the layer check thing just for there. So far, we're good. For a while, I was actually doing the wrong thing. I was drawing on the ref layer instead of the color flat, but I fixed it. But thank you, Pink. Got off the phone, so you got my full attention. Oh no! But yeah, so it was kind of nice talking to my sister again after a while. She does a really good job. So she makes good money now. She's living her best. Probably finally getting a house, which is awesome because houses are expensive. She wants me to move to her state, but no way. No way, no thank you. I like mine. I'm keeping it. Besides, I couldn't do her job. Like, she makes amazing money, but she does like insurance stuff. She's like an insurance auditor. I don't know if I could do that job. The thing is, she's good at it because she has a really critical eye. She's good at what you call reading stuff and picking out things that should and shouldn't be. She's good at keeping track of documentation. She's also really good at arguing with people. I always told my sister growing up that she should have been a lawyer. She could have been a great lawyer too. I still believe that. I feel like if you look into Pinky Dinky's eyes, really look into them, it's an abyss. Yeah, it's because the head's empty. There's no actual eyes there, that's just the back of my skull. It's a vapid, blank-eyed stare. I like it though. I still love this model, even though it's technically not my model. I still like it. I didn't draw this one. This was Krias's work. But it's still a part of my OG identity. What all the emotes are based on. I looked into the abyss and it stared back at me, and then it went, nah. Wait a minute. Heather! Oh no! She's. Wait, no, you're not supposed to be here. You're at work. Go away. Shoot. Go back to work. Don't leave me alone. I'm saying nice things, I promise. Oh god, speak of the devil and she will appear, I suppose. Anyway. Yeah, so family's cool, right? I sure love my sister. Anyway, so yeah. I'm visiting my mom tomorrow. That'll be interesting, I guess. It'll be nice to sit outside. The weather's actually finally starting to turn around. I think it's hitting 60 degrees finally, which is awesome. Not a lot of leaves on the trees yet, though. Rude! I'm not being rude. They were nice things. Hey, isn't it a good thing I thought you'd be a great lawyer? Being a lawyer is hard, and you have to be smart. And you're smart. Hold on. Layers. Shoot! I'm freaking out! No! My layers! Ah! What I get, I guess. I love you! Anyway, those are the line arts. Here's the flat colors. Found them.
Touch the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Don't look at my feet! Stop! I feel caught red-handed. I feel like I have chocolate on my face. I'll watch my art streams. Wait, not this one. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Hey, cute picture though, right? It's very cute. Stream died. Oh no, Funky. Oh, unhinged. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can have an unhinged stream. Why not? I mean, we broke Pink last night. Guess it's my turn, isn't it?
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
So, any fun plans this Saturday, folks? Next weekend's Mother's Day, isn't it? Oh yeah, so, Hellgirl has to work next weekend, which is dumb because it's also her birthday next weekend. So, we're doing the celebration stuff this weekend instead. So next Mother's Day, I will be streaming, I think. Oh, right, duh, because Tears of the Kingdom is coming out. Oh my god. Yeah, next weekend, I'm gonna be playing Zelda. Tell us Pinky's embarrassing secrets? Absolutely not. I'll cry. Oh, that was a fiery reply. Don't be mean to me, I'll cry. My only defense. Means there's some juicy info? No, no. Nah. Not at all. You don't see me begging Pink to tell me, or to tell, you don't see me begging Pink sisters for embarrassing info. Our mom convinced her pork loin was chicken loin for years because she didn't like pork. Thanks! We literally talked about pork yesterday and how I don't like it. She fed me pork and told me it was chicken. Can't believe you. I'm so disappointed. The betrayal. For when it even hesitate, to be honest. Oh, should I hit up Fur? Should I send her a little cheeky DM? Because you're a good person. I see what's happening here. No. I still don't like pork. I'm still holding by that. Salty. I don't like ham. I've never been able to get over the taste of ham. Also, how's the music sounding? Is it too loud, too quiet? I really hate it when I look back on my streams and the audio is unbalanced. Like I said, I was kind of running behind today, so I didn't do an audio test. Because I have my settings to accommodate for lo-fi, but I'm not playing lo-fi today. I was in a jazzy mood. Ideal punishment: if Pinky is naughty, slap her with a slice of ham! You want some ham? It's on your face! Ever see that clip? Channel point redeems. Slap a piece of ham onto Pinky's... No! A craft single! A craft single. Lair check? Looking good. It's still all on the flat. Thankfully, I shouldn't be too bad with the layers today, because I'm not doing line arts. Line art is really hard to keep track of my layers. I think it's a perfect volume, ambience when you're not talking, and quiet enough that I can play my own. Oh, cool. That's good. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rhyme. I know you like to listen to your own stuff. I'm trying to, like, figure out what people prefer. Because, like, last night when I was watching Pink stream, the game audio was kind of low enough to where I could play my own stuff, but I could still hear her very clearly. And I actually really enjoyed, listening to some nice jazz while watching that stream. You keep all your colors on one layer? Yeah, for the flat colors, I'd say one layer. Usually, and then I separate shadows and highlights into different layers. Some people can be really fancy with it, though. I'm still not good at coloring, I think. I still need to learn how to do, render. I need to learn how to render my colors better. And, it's just hard. mostly because I didn't play with colors growing up. When I was doing art through high school, I was exclusively a traditional artist, and I only did pencil. Also, those strings are on the wrong layer. Or they're not layered correctly. Where do these go? Oh, right! I had to move them. Belly should go under strings. There you go. Got it.
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Easy fix. Yeah, rendering is tough. Oh, you don't like that? It's over though, right? I'm sorry. Have you listened to the Skullgirls? Oh yes, I love the Skullgirls music. Skullgirls is another game that I don't play, but Hellgirl plays it. Because we always play opposite games. She loves Hellgirls. Or Hellgirl loves Skullgirls. Yes, that is the sentence. Those are the words I'm looking for. Hellgirls, yeah. I was talking about something else beforehand, though, wasn't I? Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. That's why I was actually considering getting, version 2 of CSP. Because, they have, like, this little tool that can help you with rendering. It shows you, like, an example of how an AI would interpret shading, and then you just kind of work off from there to decide, yeah, that looks good, I'm gonna fix it. Or, nah, that looks like crap, I'll do it myself. It's obviously an accessory tool, and not, like, it doesn't shade the picture for you, because, you know, AI is not perfect when it comes to art, clearly. But, it would at least help you understand where shadows could go, I guess. Oh yeah, we did get the OST on vinyl, didn't we? I hate fighting games, but the art of Skullgirls is rad. Yeah, I like it too. It's really neat. I think we actually have a snapback of what's that girl's name? The one with the hair parasite. We have the snapback for that girl. It's really cool. I like it. With the rise of AI art, I should really get back into traditional. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, I really don't like the whole AI art stuff. It's like, man, I chose a terrible time to get into digital art, didn't I? Samson, that's what it is. We have a Samson hat. I think the reason of thinking of going back to traditional art with the rise of AI stuff is because traditional art can't be copied, really, as easily, especially, but it's hard to say. Like, you know, I'm not gonna put words on Rhyme's mouth. That's just my assumption. AI stuff, yeah, I don't... Ugh. Yeah, I don't like AI art either. I don't like anything that takes jobs away from like people. Especially creative work. Like, people are so intent on capitalizing on talent and skill and art that they want to maximize profit, but in turn, they reduce creativity. And that's just sad. Because creativity is such a beautiful human thing. It reminds me of the writer's strike that's going on, I think, right now, actually. I hope those writers get what they want. Because I would really not prefer AI to take over screenwriting, as if it doesn't feel like that already sometimes. Yeah, how dare AI when I'm just getting into digital. That's how I feel too. It makes people who want to learn lazy because they can just cop out. Yeah. Art is hard. It's just hard. Like, I still have so much to learn and improve on. But I want to do it. I feel like the challenge is really rewarding. Hold on, why is this outline in red if I was gonna make the heart blue? Maybe I could make it red? The original color showed it blue. Could change it. Yeah, it looks ugly up close, but once you zoom out, you're not really going to be able to tell that the pixels are a little jagged. Or I could just smooth it out anyway. Why not? It looks kind of ick, but like I said, when you zoom out, I think it'll be okay. You won't be able to see the ick. Should be fine if you develop your style to be unique. Yeah. I feel like AI is a tool. Any tool can be used in ways that are right and wrong. Exactly. Kind of like when I was talking earlier about the shader thing, where Studio Paint can use AI to show you how it interprets shading on a picture. It may not be accurate, but it's at least like a guide. I guess it's no more AI than, say, my stabilization tool on my pen that helps me make straight lines, or my line tool that helps me draw perfect circles, you know? That in a way is kind of like AI assisted art. There we go, that's the term for it. Assisted. Should be used to teach or make corrections. Exactly! It should be a teaching tool, not the whole work. Yeah, at the cost of, again, of jobs, however, it would be a boom to the industry. No more waiting years for a season 2. Ugh. I've seen AI-generated anime, and it was ugly. A lot of people said it looked awesome, or that the art was, like, just beginning, but it just looked ugly. And generic. Anyway. Yeah, I might buy V2 at some point soon. I don't know. Whenever we can, I guess. I'll probably test out that shader thing when I get a chance, see how it makes me feel. If it can actually help me learn how to shade. I'm still not good at it. I've seen some people do incredible stuff, and I want to improve. Although on the bright side, I feel like I'm starting to nail down, like, a style? Do you think I have a distinct style yet? I'm not sure. Hellgirl said that I have a unique, like a specific style. But I'm not sure yet. Do I? What is Pinky's style? Yes, Pinky Dinky. I'm glad you like Dinky. I don't think you were here. No, yeah, you weren't here for Dinky, Funky. This is your first Dinky stream. You have a style? I got style. I got style, baby. My first dinky pinky winky. Yeah. Looks like I made the outline of the eyes really seafoamy. Wonder if I should change the hue on that. Oh, it's because it's very similar to the color I used for the hair, isn't it? I don't think I was supposed to do that. Maybe I'll keep it? We'll see. Oh yeah, I didn't silence my phone, did I? I remember my first dinky. Yeah, it's my my PNG tuber debut. I think that's still a highlight on the channel, actually. I had like a whopping 20 followers. Alright. I think I need to bring the eyelash in a bit on that left eye. Looks like the eyeball's a little too white and round. Probably. Everyone remembers her first stinky. Where are they? Where are the eyelashes? Aren't they their own layer? What the heck? Hello? Oh, that's a sketch folder. I'm a dummy. There you are. Kind of like this. And the color. Go like this. I don't know, that looks weird too. I don't like it. Getting distracted? Oh, there's a dangerous power. Oh man. Yeah. You should see my PNG tuber folders. Oh my god, it's folders on folders. It's a nightmare. PNG tubers, you think they'd be really easy to make, but they are hard. Especially if you're doing multiple expressions. She looks kind of sad. It's because her eyes don't have shines in them. She's got dead eyes. She'll be happier once I get those shines in there. Anyway, I have to fix that eye. That still doesn't look right. That. Better. Better. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think we can roll with that. That's improved. Your new subathon sheet looks really good. Yeah, thanks. It took forever. But I like how it turned out too. I did the whole thing in Canva, which is really awesome. I like it's like I'm so glad I found that free resource because it's so worth it. But yeah, I think I came up with relatively good ideas, I feel like they're genuinely interesting incentives that people would like to see. And I feel like the tiers are acceptable as well. It doesn't go super high, it caps out at 70, which is still a lot, but I've seen some people's subathons go into the hundreds or something crazy like that, and I don't want to ask for that. But I also added bits as an extra thing, so there's like 4 bit tier rewards now too. And also the prize, the big prizes for the subathon is the top gifter and the top bit donors of the subathon are going to have special rewards. Did I draw the Starbreak? No, I did not. Those were from Canva. They're very cute. But yeah, the totally not been one of those people who get carried away. Oh no. I hope not. Hold on to your money, Funky. You only spare what you don't need. I can live. I'm okay. But what do I get if I win? Oh, hello. So top gifter or top donor, they earn a VIP badge into the channel, and they win every single raffle prize. So if I'm holding a profile pic raffle, you get one. If I'm holding a your character here raffle, you get one. You are guaranteed all the raffle prizes. And the VIP badge. So that's what the top gifter for top donation of subs and the top bits. Now, if the person who gifts the most subs is the person who gave the most bits, I'm gonna have to choose second place of the bit donors because I do want 2 winners. Can I get a signed headshot? Probably. Why not? Of what? A signed headshot of what? I'm not good at drawing humans. I draw cute animals. A signed headshot of Pinky, maybe. But yeah, so a lot of the sub goals are raffles, because I feel like the best thing I can really offer people is my art. So that's what I'm gonna be dishing out a lot of. Hold on. Yellow. Autograph? Goober? What do you mean goober? Don't call me a goober. An autograph. I don't have a good autograph. I don't even think I have a proper signature. I have not tried a pinky signature. Oh no, you're right. I'm gonna have to practice a pinky signature. I'm bad at signatures. Okay, eyes. Hold on. Oh, I have an idea. Drop that transparency, and then I can see what that looked like. Couldn't the sig just be a paw print? I don't have beans! I'm a beanless dragon! It would just look like a hand. Ew. Who wants to draw hands? That doesn't look right. Do I really need a symmetry tool for this bullcrap? That's a diamond. I honestly don't remember why I went with diamond eyes. I was originally going to make them white pupil hearts, but somehow I ended up as this. Snoot print? The snoot. You know, dog noses have fingerprints. I don't know your model inside and out. Why not? Okay, you already know the inside is apparently strawberry jam. You just cut her open, it's strawberry jam. Goopy. Alright, is that correct? Am I doing this right? Yes. Huh? Huh? Heck, why wasn't it drawing on? Oh, I have the wrong color selected, duh. Oh, it's going nuts. Dog noses have fingerprints? Yeah, they do. Every dog's nose is a unique print. Like a fingerprint. Pink is genius signature can be a pinky tail. Or pink is a genius. Pink is a genius. I agree. I don't know. Wait, it is a good thought. I should practice like an actual autographed, a VTuber autographed. I guess I've been relying on my channel logo an awful lot, but I guess an autograph is something I should practice, huh? At least a signature. Something personalized. Okay, that eye is way too small. Yeah, I made a mistake. I should have put the eyes first on a different layer before I colored them in so I could adjust them as needed. Alright, let's try this again. But smart. We're gonna make a separate layer that's just the diamond. Pink dat brain? Oh my god! The galaxy brain! Wow! Pink got galaxy brain! It's wide and ever expanding, just like the universe. Oh, girl does have a signature. She's good at that stuff. As for model updates, I've been getting more updates again lately. Looks like Bubblegum Bark finished, what do they call it? A UV thing? They finished, a lot of the model's movements and all that stuff. So the model's like 90% done. They just have to finish, colors, actually. Colors, and then the clothes and details and stuff, and then like whatever adjustments they need to make. Hey Lantos, welcome in. Good afternoon, how you doing? But yeah, so they were working on coloring last time they updated me. So hopefully it'll be done within a week or two, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to rush them, but it looks really nice so far. And then I can actually, once I get the model delivered, I can start working on all of the stuff on my end for the subathon. Because I wrote a whole list of all the redeems I want to do and stuff like that. And I'm going to do a lot of calibration on my end to make sure that it functions well. I'll have to get VR chat set up too. No wonder I can't remember anything. It's lost in the vastness. Lost in space. I'm still giving up with spelling. It's overrated. Yeah. Sabaton? Subathon. It is a subathon. Hi, Colt! Yeah, subathon. Ghost Division. What? What's Ghost Division? Sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, it sure will be. Yeah, Danger Will Robinson! Like I said, I still need to watch the season 2 of that. Guess what? What? What's up, Colt? Here, what if I just grab that pupil and then copy it over? Wait. Hold on. Why'd you grab the blue too? No! No! Wait. What? What did I do? Why is there blue on this? Oh, right. Because I had to correct. Oh. Oh.
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Got it. Digital art is easy. It's easy, guys. Art is easy. There we go. Okay, how about gonna how much does it look like she's looking into your soul? A lot? Does it scare you? Pinky butt. Guess what? Pinky butt! Oh my god. I've been got. See, remember how I've been sick 4 times? Oh my gosh, you have been sick that many times? I'm so sorry. Did you get any good news about that? Now it's Binky Boinky. Son of a Binky Boinky. Ghost Division is a song in the band Sabaton. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Alright, hold on. What the heck? Oh no. YouTube was like, oh, you were listening to jazz, right? Next on recommended. Live worship, speaking in tongues, prayer for healing. Excuse you? Okay, yeah, that's totally jazz. Stop that real fast. That's me, sorry. The cursed fifth. Oh no, are you sick again, Cole? What do you do? What do you do for a job? Do you interact with people a lot? Do you need to, like, wear a mask and rubber glove your hands every time you step outside? I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Drink water? I wish I had better advice. I work in an office for Apple. Must be a dirty office. Tell your coworkers to wash their filthy hands. Wait, does it mean you're about to get a new form? Oh. Yeah, Colt is getting his 5th form. You're corrupted. It's the Apple curse. Don't worry, I will totally remember to name those layers later. There, she looks happy again, doesn't she? I also feel scared for July because I bet I'll be Get a limb or oh my goodness, no! I hope things look up for you, Cole. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Again. You know what's something that I still want to learn how to do in digital art besides just being better at shading? I need to learn how to know when to do variable line thickness. But sometimes if you really look at someone's art piece, you'll notice that they make certain lines thicker and some lines thinner, and it can like really come together to make something look amazing. I need to learn how to do that better. I don't always know when to make something thick or when to make something thin to like accentuate or improve the overall flow of the lines. I tried implementing some of it here, but it still doesn't feel good enough. There's like a secret that I'm missing. You practice doing backgrounds? It kind of depends for me if I like doing backgrounds or not. I think my backgrounds tend to be very simple. Like this one's kind of simple. It's just like, yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be. It's just clouds with balloons and stars. It's really simple, but the piece itself is kind of simple, I guess, too. So it fits. I think I just have a very simplistic art style. Or that's just the kind of stuff I tend to draw. Because most of the things I draw tend to be really cutesy. I don't bother with line thickness, it's never clicked with me. Yeah, it doesn't click with me very well either. I've been trying, but it's still not perfect. I've said it before, but sometimes I always wish that I had like some kind of professional art training. That's expensive. Got no money. Chin goes like that usually, right? Man, it looks so nice outside. It's gonna be harder for me to want to stream now because the weather's gonna get nicer and nicer. I'm looking outside and I'm like, dang, that looks good right now. Yo, guys, I want to go touch grass. Gonna go with me? Wanna go touch grass? Maybe at least until I see a bee, then I might come back inside. Is your pen pressure sensitive? Yes. It depends on what brush I'm using. The turnip pen has no sensitivity, pressure sensitivity. It's very, very flat and yeah, turnip pen doesn't have sensitivity like that. But other ones do, like pencil? I can do it with a pencil. Like paper on. With the pencil, yeah, I can do it really, really light, or I can do it really hard. So, I do have it. I don't really use it, though. That's why I use the turnip pen, because it's one sensitivity. collectivizer up here, not out there. Wait, use the turnip? Yes, I use the turnip pen. That's my favorite. Oops. Look at this little dummy. Dummy. Stupid face. Alright, the head looks done. Keep going. I should really download other brushes. I haven't experimented with brushes very much, and I probably should. There's so many like extra stuff that I need to learn how to do with digital art that I haven't put the time into yet. I started following some artists on Ko-fi that make brushes and publish them. Oh, I should send those to you actually, Pink. I'll look through my Ko-fi following list, and if I find anyone that makes brushes and posts them, I'll send you their Ko-fi so you can follow them and take a look at what they offer. 'Cause a lot of them either offer their brushes for really cheap or free. And some of them are very handy. I would assume. I don't use them, and I should. I need to put aside one day. No! Wrong color. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to put aside like one day where I just practice with tools on Studio Paint that I've never used. Hero, hello, welcome in. How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm coloring. It's been a grand time actually. Not terrible though. Coloring my own model isn't that hard. Thankfully. I feel like I found a relatively good balance between a complex character model, but not so complex that it's difficult to recreate. Unique, I guess. Except for Dinky. Dinky's easy. You guys want free brushes by pros? Oh? You got a resource, Funky? Dude, draw with turnips and become as talented as Pinky. You heard it here, folks. Pinky turnips are only $9.99.99. Contact Funky! No! Mine! You can't take that! Mine! Looks cute, thanks. I think it's turning out cute. I mean, she's finally flying. I used a lot of different brushes on my last pick. Oh, that's cool. How creative. I'm a one pen chump. I was thinking about turnips. I think about Animal Crossing. Yeah. I like the turnip pen because it has one pressure sensitivity, and it doesn't overlap with itself like G Pen does. So it makes things really sharp and clean, I guess, with no color mixing or overlapping. So I guess it gives you clean lines, but it's really easy to accidentally make something look really flat with it too. Which is probably why I struggle. Maybe it's because I use the turnip pen to do a lot of my shading. If I tried other brushes when I shade, my pieces will look less flat. Are links? Oh no, sorry, yeah. Links only in the Discord. Hellgirl, you got replaced! Oh no! It's okay, you got other things to do. I know you don't have time to watch my streams, really. The pros are here, I need to sit back. That's true. I guess so. I should probably learn what a vector layer is, huh? Sometimes I feel like a cave woman when I draw. Like I got all this technology at my fingertips and I'm just like, one brush. I do one brush. That's all I do. Or dragon being a cave is valid. Yeah, you right. Unca Bunka Cave Dragon Woman. Yeah, I got the bonk. What happens in Elden Ring when the dragon bonks back? Damn, Risha. Oh, you're redoing your PSP thing? Yeah, Hellgirl bought a PSP and then she bought a new shelf for it, so she's like modding it and stuff. She likes to mod a lot of her handheld consoles. Death by Snoo Snoo. No! No, no Snoo Snoo. Not here. No siree. What is that even? I don't know. Don't need to tell me. Deep in the art section of the Discord, I popped some links. Ooh, thanks, Funky. Appreciate it. Seymour's home. Seymour has to bring Nox's stool sample to the vet because she's a stinky girl and I'm pretty sure she's got something wrong with her gut. Most likely she just has imbalanced gut flora and she'll probably just need probiotics and stuff like that. Still, she stink. That's my favorite Elden Ring boss? Ooh, Literally, the moment Rhyme typed double Crucible Knight, Seymour said Crucible Knight. No! My favorite is actually probably Horaloo. Godfrey / Horaloo. I really, really like that fight. The Radigan fight is cool. It'd just be better if it wasn't followed by Elden Beast, but I like fighting Radigan as well. He's fun. What about y'all? What are your guys' favorite Elden Ring bosses? Like the Spirit of Godfrey? Oh, just like the default one though? Hey, Small, thanks for the pets. It's a little high. I got a little shorter, I'm sorry. But isn't Spirit of Godfrey just phase 1 Godfrey? And thank you too, Pink. So far, the Hafty type boss. What is Hafty? Ryan, what is a Hafty type boss? Elaborate. Still not feeling well? Oh, I'm sorry, Small. I hope you lay down, drink some waters, keep yourself hydrated, eat something nutritious. I hope you feel better. Thank you for lurking, though. It's just a nice, stupid, simple fight with no stupid gimmicks. I guess it's true, but I don't think Horaloo was really gimmicky. I thought he was fun. I like the primal fear I feel when a giant man chases me down and then breaks my spine in half. You know how Horaloo picks you up, throws you, and then breaks you onto his knee? I want to make a Pinky plushie and do that to it. I would expect nothing less from people if they had a Pinky plushie and they did that. It is encouraged, in fact. Yeah, he's also known as my favorite chiropractor. A lot of the bosses you're talking about I've not faced yet. Oh, I haven't beaten Elden Ring yet? Should. Good fun. Kind of. Oh shoot, I still need to post a clip of when I last beat Melania. I beat Melania on my wolf character, and it actually was a really good fight. I totally kicked her butt. I think I got her in, what, 6 tries? Radahn was kind of cool. I always accidentally overlevel before I fight him, though, so it kind of sucks. I almost wish they didn't nerf him. I never fought unnerfed Radahn. Apparently he was quite the monster to fight before they nerfed him. And I feel like I would have preferred that. Not finished it. Better crack on it before Tears comes out, Funky. Radahn needs further nerfs? Really? I accidentally get too strong by the time I fight him. And not because I grind. Like, I don't level grind in that game at all. I just do every single dungeon. And if you do every single dungeon in the entire game as you go through it, you will always be appropriately leveled for every fight. And one time I went and I did Altus Plateau before I fought Radahn. So I finished Altus Plateau and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go kill Radahn and then go underground. And he was way too easy. And it was kind of not fun. Not fun easy, even. It was like, oh, dang, oops. I kind of destroyed him. Oh. So now I don't do Altus Plateau first anymore. Because I want the fight to be kind of hard, just to have fun with it. I sound like I can't play 5 games at once. Ryan, be quiet. Dragonlord Placidax. Ooh. I actually really like that fight too. That's a fun one. That's also like a good fight that's not really gimmicky. That you just learn the dodges and you're golden. That one's fun. Oh, back. Oh, I think one of the fights I dislike the most. The fight I dislike the most is probably Double Gargoyle. I hate the double gargoyle fight. And double crucible knight. Double fights are stupid. Gosh, I'm old. No, Funky, don't say that about yourself. Gotta make every fight hard by never leveling vigor. Grub. Always level your vigor. Oh yeah, Estelle is cool. I was hoping that Pink would eventually get to Estelle because I wanted her to see herself in her uncamouflaged form. I remember last time I fought Estelle, Hellgirl made the joke that it was Pink in her true form. Yeah. The tree spirits are actually really easy. They have like 4 moves. Hellgirl, shut up. You can suck on these nuts. Athena carried the gargoyle fight. Right. Estelle, huh? Gotta remember that? Yeah, maybe I should link it in the Discord for you. Estelle was pretty... I don't really like Estelle. He's so scrungly and the limbs are so hard to hit. And then he spams the gravity attacks. It's just... like, it's not hard, but it's not fun, if that makes sense. It's like, just because I beat him doesn't mean I felt good about it. You know, fun fact, my very first playthrough of Elden Ring, I died more to Godric than I did Margit. I got Margit on my 3rd attempt. It took me 3 tries to kill Margit, but it took me 11 to kill Godric. Can you believe that? And that was actually my most attempts on a single boss until Melania. I beat every boss in less than 11 attempts until Melania. My first time fighting Melania, it took me 28 tries? It was like 28 or 27 or something like that. Not quite 30, but very close. And after that, I think Elden Beast took me about 10 tries, I think. That one was also tough. Like Radigan, easy. Elden Beast, screw you. Melania, or how you spell it, seems way hard. She is hard. Stupid hard, even. She is not fun. Lady Maria was fun. Melania is a Maria wannabe. She wishes she was as fun as Maria to fight. You guys saw me fight Maria. That was a good one. 3 tries for Margit? Yeah, me too. The difference, though, is by the time I fought Margit, so what happened is I went up onto the first step. White mask guy told me to go to Stormvale Castle, and I saw the Grace pointing at the castle, and I'm like, nah. And I turned around and I went south to the Weeping Peninsula, which apparently a lot of people miss, actually. So I actually did what the game wants you to do, and I did all the content first, before Margit. So by the time I fought Margit, I was like level 25. And I had like 20 vigor or something like that. So I was golden. Marinara is good. Marinara is good. Kind of. Actually, you know what? I don't dip my cheese sticks in marinara. I'm a heathen. Elden Ring was good fun, though. Still one of my all-time favorite games. And I'm definitely excited for, what's it called again? Shadow of the Erdtree? Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream that when that comes out, baby. Depending on how it goes, I might play my Mikola build. I don't know. Well, no, my Mikula builds on my PS. Oh, that's on the other account. Ugh. I guess I'll have to find out. The Paladin build I was doing wasn't too bad, though, with the Dragon Cultist magic.
The horn of Helhammer shall sound in the deep
Oh.
one last time. 5 deeds awake! Now for wrath! Now for ruin! And the Red Dawn. For Thuringus!
Thuringus! Alright, that color flat looks really cute. That looks good. Alright, now let's get these other ones done. Okay, we have some overlap going on here, and I want
Touch the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
I want the balloons to be somewhat transparent? Somewhat transparent. Translucent? Is something only translucent when it's cloudy when you look through it? Maybe I should do a duo run? What's a duo run? Seymour and I need to do seamless co-op. There's a seamless co-op mod. And randomizer stuff. I think it'd be really fun to do a seamless co-op randomizer with Seymour. Alright, so the balloons are going to be their own color layers. Just so we can drop the... Oh my god, why'd you get so small? Ooh. I think that could be fun. I think we're good enough at the game we could do a randomizer. Especially both of us. Seymour is pretty good at the game, and I guess I would say I'm pretty good at Elden Ring. I'm okay at Souls games. Alright, heart balloon. Heart balloon. Oh, co-op? You're talking about co-op. I'm sorry, Pink. Co-op would be fun in Elden Ring. Could be fun with us. I'll protect you, Pink. I'm okay at Souls games. What? That being said, I'm terrible at Dark Souls. I sucked at Dark Souls. Not a good time. Right. So the way I have the color layers laid out, they technically sit underneath the line arts. But this color layer is going to have to go above the line art for the clouds. Gotcha. So I'm going to have to pop that out of that folder and move it down. Otherwise the line art's going to show up through the color, and I don't exactly want that. Maybe. Let's get the colors done and then I'll figure out where to put the layers later. Forgot Pizza Boys. Have to hand you your food personally. Are you affronted you have to interact with someone today, Rhyme? Are you like, why didn't they just leave it at my door? Did you guys touch hands? That is true. How come pizzas don't do no contact delivery? They did during COVID, I remember. Oh yeah, see that the color there is actually going underneath the layering for the Yeah, it's going underneath the layers for the clouds, yeah. Okay, so I need to put the clouds behind the flat of the balloon. That's what's happening. So actually, I'll just do that now. We'll grab the liner of the clouds. I'm gonna pop them out, and we're gonna place it underneath the flats. And then the cloud flat can be on its own layer too. Yeah, most of the time my color layers are on the same thing, but when I have things that, like, since I plan to make the balloon translucent, since I'm going to be dropping the transparency on the balloon, I have to layer it a little bit differently. I'm thinking ahead. Wow. Replanning my art? It's more likely than you think. So... now... the star balloon line art needs to go beneath that too. Okay, I'm gonna make a whole folder for just the balloons. That's how we're gonna organize this. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. On the sketches? What is all this? Why am I seeing this? Oh yeah, these are all the colors. Okay. Folder. For balloons. Okay. Then I'll have to grab the line arts of these three. I could just mass select all of you. When? Oh, but it's too hot for clothes here. Oh no! Rhyme, you were wearing pants, right? Gonna get more beer when I come back. This conversation is ending. Oh. I thought you will say transparent. Are you making fun of me? It's called... Wait, no. It's called opacity! I dropped the opacity. Gotcha. That's the word. Okay, so the heart balloon is in the front. And then its color goes underneath that. Then we got star balloon. No, the oval goes in front of the star. Oval. And then the stars in the back. There we go. That's organized. Boxers count as pants. Oh no, it doesn't! Those are your underwear, Rhyme! Can't believe this cat boy's flashing people. That poor pizza boy. Pizza man. Isn't that how pornos start? What really happened, Rhyme? You didn't tell me you were drowning, did you? Wait, no, that's a lifeguard. More like Rhyme's not dressed. Oof. No! Get out! Stop. Okay, conversation halt. This is a bonk alert. 2 spicy, 5 me. Funky! What do I look like to you? Look at me in my eyes. Look at me in my vapid little eyes. That's it. That's all I got. Look at me and then look in the mirror. Then think about that. You open this can of worms? No! Yeah? What are you gonna do with that can of worms, Rhyme? Eat it? Ooh. These balloons are gonna be so cute when I put shines on them and make them... And drop the opacity. Got it. If it oh, no! Ew! Stop! Let's not. Such cursed energy today. What happened? I want to look at you and then in the mirror, because if I look at you and see it's just as bad. Yeah, they'll be glossy. Don't worry. This is just the flat. That means I should hide the oval balloon so I can color in there too, yeah. Sure is a cute heckin' star. Love me a star with round edges. Hide that heart balloon too. Real stars have curves. I mean, that's true. There we go. Those are the flats. Cute colors. Hmm. What about cucumbers? Why do you have Didn't you order a pizza? Why do you got cucumbers? I don't care for cucumbers either. Which, by extension, I don't like pickles. I'm out of coffee. Funky! Being naughty. Do I need a bonk emote? Do I need like a bonk emote or like me spraying you guys with a little spray bottle? Is that what I need to do? Well, here you go. I have that sub emote. Maybe that'll be my next animated emote. Pickles are good? Not a fan. Probably because I'm not a fan of vinegar. Alright, let's do the clouds. We're gonna hide... Oh, excuse me. We're gonna hide all the balloons. And we're gonna do the clouds. I believe the clouds are two-toned, yeah? Is this in line art? Yeah, I put the clouds here on that. I think I'm... yeah, why not? I'll put the clouds on their own color layer. Why not? And on everything else. Right? No. Wait. Oh, it has to because of how my layers are all built. Right. Okay. Okay. Cloud layer does have to go. Cloud colors have to go on its own layer after all. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Maybe I should put the sky. The background should be its own folder, huh? That's a good idea. Let's make a new folder. Put under flat colors. So it goes underneath the pinky. Oh, this background. And then the balloon folder is gonna... Well, no, balloon folder can stay there. Background's gonna be the clouds, the stars, and the sky color. No, wrong one. Up there, up there. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Hi, Alistair. I like pimples. Let's see. I'd like to ask you a question, but you can't get mad at me. Well, you prefaced it with "Can I ask you a question?" kind of thing, so that's bad. You shouldn't do that. That makes people nervous. Don't you know I have the mannerisms of a timid horse? Was that a no? It's polite to ask. I don't know. I've heard the opposite. Some people say that it's better to say, like, can I ask you a question about X, so to speak. But sure, whatever, Pink. Go ahead, Funky. Hit me. Okay. The lavender is the top layer. Bluish is the under layer. Okay, so we'll start with lavender. Thanks for lurking, Seymour. Okay, so I've seen your art and it's rad. Your models and illustrations prove that. Yeah? And? Well, what else? Every second I wait, I'm closer to internally exploding. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. How close are we to needing to install the ACs? Because last time I remember we were like, yeah, we don't need to put the ACs in, and then suddenly it was like 80 degrees. By watching you do this, is this program, are you actually immature? Does it sound offensive? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Are you suspicious? Do you think I have been doing art longer? I was doing traditional art for a long time. But no, I picked up digital art. When did I pick it up? August? Must have been around August. It was right around the time where I started VTubing. Pretty sure your witness is called talent. It's not talent, it's practice. I'm practicing my butt off. I do this literally every single day. Literally every day for hours. Like, I don't stop. When I'm not streaming, I'm drawing. And in fact, I feel like my progress needs to go better. Like, I feel like I need to do more. I want to look back, like, when I get into August, where it's, like, my stream anniversary, and, like, I guess when I first started digital art, I want to be able to look back and think, yeah, I actually improved a lot. I did really good for my first year. I don't want to feel like it was inadequate progress, you know? Hey, Eno. Hello, hello, welcome in. Cloudy? Cloudy. That sure is a cloud. You have the level of skill you have, but try to be... then to be so hesitant and tentative with doing this? What do you mean? You mean, like... streaming art? Oh, you mean, like... You view what I do as good, but my attitude doesn't match it? Is that what you're trying to say? I guess it's a lot of stuff that I really need to grow out of, maybe. My artistic pursuits were not well supported growing up, I guess I would say. My mom liked my art, but I mostly grew up with my dad and my stepmom, and they, did not, actually. They were not kind about it, I think. And so maybe that's just a little bit of internalized, stuff. You know, childhood stuff we're not talking about. And maybe that's why I went so long without doing art, too. I think I just had a mental block. I had a very powerful mental block for years, I think. I mean, zero offense. I know you mean zero offense. I understand you're just trying to work out the words. Words are hard. Like, I don't always perfectly express myself either. I get that. Kinda like that with everything she does. I suppose so. Being humble with your skills can go a long way. I guess. I think it's because I just know there's so much more road to go ahead of me. I think. It's kind of like the more your knowledge increases in a subject, the more you realize how much you have to learn, or how little you actually know, if that makes sense. But on the other hand, you know, it's actually kind of my inspiration to just keep improving. Like, I want to get better, and I want to expand upon my art. I feel really motivated to keep trying and doing more. Never settle? Yeah, I'm always gonna try and improve, which is why I was talking earlier about experimenting with brushes. Because I did notice when I was doing this piece that I really do only use the turnip pen. And it's good, but I could probably do better if I learned how to utilize other brushes and stuff. And like I said, I need to actually learn what vector layers mean. And how to utilize those. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. I just need to hunker down and learn some stuff. Maybe watch some videos, some tutorials, that'd be good. I watch Drawfee all the time. They don't talk about how they do their pieces all the time, but maybe if I watched them a bit more seriously and actually watched and thought about what they do and why they're doing it, maybe that could help me learn too. But thanks for the kind words and support, guys. I really appreciate that. And you know, a part of the reason why I want to improve my art is because I want to have commissions available for people, and I want those commissions to be kind of worth it, if that makes sense. Like, I want the product that people pay for to be worth it. And the better I get, the more quality I can provide to people. Doing awesome. Aw, thank you, Pink. Everyone has a style way. Yeah, everyone has their own way. Do I really ever get commissions? Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that, you know? I don't think I've seen your stuff at all. Might have. Is your PNG tuber your own art? I think I've seen your PNG model. No, it's good. No, art is just a luxury. Always credit. Oh, okay, okay. I just didn't see that then. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, that's my own failing. There we go. More into programming and game design. Right! I remember you talking about that. Show who did it on Discord later? Yeah, sure. I'm always open to like seeing links and looking at other artists and stuff like that. But yeah, it's... commissioning art is a luxury. I understand that. And that's why, if someone does commission me, I do want them to feel like their money was worth the price. So that's why I want to keep getting better. Always come with friends. That's really sweet. Good way to support your friends and all that stuff. I should start considering that a little bit more now too. My finances are starting to stabilize and all that stuff now that Hellgirl's more situated into her new job and now that I'm more situated into freelancing. I do feel that way? Aw, thanks, Lantos. Your model was really fun to make. I actually learned a lot doing that one. And that's another thing. With every time I do a piece, I feel like I learned something new. I learned a lot making Lantos' model. That was probably... it was a lot of... it was like... it was different making something that was more spiky and rigid, but still good. Because like I said, the challenge is rewarding, I think. And I like drawing dragons, actually. I feel like I like drawing the scaly ones a little bit more than I do the fluffy ones. Alright, that's the flats for the clouds. Now we can do the under color for here. They're gonna have like an undercarriage color. Do you mean you rarely got commissions, or as you pay in? Especially on Twitter. I mean, you rarely get commissions as in you pay for them. Yes. Yeah, paying for commissions is hard too. Commissioning on Twitter's rough? How's that? Is it because of all the bots? I try to advertise myself really well, but it's hard. Man, getting noticed on Twitter is so stupidly hard nowadays. I chose such a bad time to start VTubing. Got AI art, got Twitter collapsing on itself. Ugh. Not only bots, but horror stories? Oh, yeah, you're right. I have heard some pretty bad art stories before. I get that. I am absolutely 100% always gonna be not that. I don't have the conscience for that kind of stuff. So far, every time I've been commissioned, it's like my top priority. It's just what I do immediately. I try to be really on top of it. And I try to be really communicative words with people. Like I try to update them as much as I can, ask for feedback and stuff like that. I want to be as transparent as possible. That looks cute. I was gonna set up an account on Twitter to make some money, but I've been told not to bother because it's bad now. It is bad now. I have less than 200 followers on Twitter, and I think most of them are bots. Commissioning is stressful because I don't want to seem like a terrible customer. I don't want to seem annoying. Oh, like you don't want to annoy the artist? I understand that too. I've been... Bubblegum Bark's been really good to work with so far. The 3D modeler for me. They've been great. They're very good at communicating, and I'm trying to be just as equally good back. It's a two-way street. Communication between the client and the commissioner. Wait, no. The commissioner and... shoot. The artist and the client is really important. Both have to be very, very good. Hell, girl. But yeah, communication on both sides is very important. The artist can only give you what you ask for. They can't read your mind. So I'm trying to be as good as I can be without being a nuisance too. Because like, you have to know when it's something that can be changed versus something that's unchangeable. Like, my model is like 90% done. I would never consider asking, hey, can we just do different legs? Hey, can you give her like a thin tail? Or something like that. Or hey, I changed my mind about the chompy mouth. I want lips. Like, I wouldn't imagine doing something like that now. Too far late. But like, when they sent me pictures of the expressions, and I was like, oh, I didn't notice the sad expression, and they're like, this is the sad expression. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I guess it was hard for me to read. And they're like, oh, that's okay, I'll fix that right now. And then they adjusted how emotive the sad expression was. Easy peasy, because it was on topic, it was something that could be changed relatively easily. And, you know, it was solid communication between both of us, and it worked out great. Things like that. Can you fix my model? I need a new nose. No! Too late! I mean, maybe I could do it, but I'd cry. I think, shoot, what was it that happened? I think Lantos was saying that he said something where he's like, I want, no, it was Bonds. Bonds is like, hey, there's something I think I want to change. And I was like, what is it? And I was like, it's not a color thing, is it? I mean, I'll do it, but I'll cry. And he's like, no, just make the tongue green. That's all I want. It's like me, tears running down my face, erasing everything I did. The customer's always right. Hold on, I gotta catch up on chat. I've been staring at nothing and just yapping. Yapping? Yapping like a little dog. From people getting ghosted to be called out rude to the artist. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've definitely seen those. I've seen the ghost horror stories for sure. Taking the money, yeah. That's so awful. My last commission, my client changed his mind 4 times, making me need to draw the entire oh god. Oof. You know, I probably would have put my foot down. Want to become famous? No. So then you can choose the color of the shirt. Oh, yeah. I was trying to remember if it was when I did yours or Bond's, but no, it was Bond's. I thought he was gonna ask me to change the whole color palette because he asked for a color change, but no, he just wanted a green tongue. Yeah, you just said to change the shirt color or to consider changing the shirt color, but I thought the shirt color was perfect already. It was a good contrast to the earthy tones of the rest of the scales and stuff like that. I liked the blue. I'm lucky the one that did my Arc 1 key art delivered fast and great. What is Arc 1 key art? Okay, I know what key art is, but what is Arc 1? Is it like your current model appearance? Is that what you call it? It was my first commission in a number of years. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Funky. That sounds stressful. Well, when the subathon finally happens, a lot of those sub goals are art raffles, actually. Oh, I'm gonna be so busy. But I'm looking forward to it. How many art raffles am I holding? Shoot. How many goals is on there? Hold on, I gotta double look. I put a lot of raffles on the stretch goals. And then, like, the top donor, whoever's top donor gets every single raffle prize. All of them. Let's see, we got... At 10 subs is profile pic art raffle. Oh, chat designs an emote. That's art related. One of them is a reference sheet art raffle. Basically, that'd be like the works, whatever you want. What I got? Anyone who does 5 subs gets exclusive art raffle entries. There was more than those though, wasn't there? I think I'd... Thought I had some more like your character here stuff. Well, 2,000 bits is Discord only your character here raffle. So basically it'd be your choice of what you want. I actually have a lot of raffle ideas for your character's stuff. Stuff like that. Anyway. I have a lot of fun ideas for the art raffles. The profile pic will be fun. I don't have a lot of experience doing headshots. So, a raffle is a good way to get some practice in. Because, I mean, technically it's free, right? Getting free art from an amateur. Headshots seem fun, though. I technically, like, I do headshots for the reference sheets, so that's not totally true. Pink's cute little icon is technically a headshot I made for her. And so is my own. But those are flats. The headshots would be shaded. Yeah, I plan to take my VTuber into different arcs. Oh, clothing style, I see. Cool. So does that mean Dinky's my Arc 1? Arc 1 Pinky? Because I end up talking about it in therapy. Oh no. The experience has become a tool to help me... Oh, that's awful. Can't wait to have Pinky draw me a library of stuff. Headshot? Okay, fine, I'm an artist. Happy? Ow. Well, as long as the design's the same, but the cosmetics are different, I'd say that's an arc. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always gonna be a little pink dragon. I might look different sometimes, but I'm always the little pink dragon. Sometimes I feel sad when people change their entire... like, when they completely overhaul their look. And I'm not throwing shade or anything like that. Like, people... if you decide to change what your VTuber is, that is your choice. Your model, your choice. But sometimes I do feel a bit of sadness. I've seen some pretty neat VTuber designs that I adored and was kind of jealous of like oh my god, why didn't I think of that? That's so clever and awesome. And then they change it completely, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. I thought it was amazing. So I get that. I think people would be sad if they logged in one day and I was suddenly a cow, as much as I love cows. She digivolved? Yeah, I kind of digivolved, don't I? I have an idea in mind for a human, quote-unquote, Pinky. Not really human, but like the, what do you call him? Kimomo? I don't know. Pink-skinned girl with horns and a tail and all that stuff. I have an idea for her, but I've never drawn her yet. Kimono. Okay, thank you. I have a kimono design in mind for Pinky. Yeah, she'd still have pink skin though, I think. And horns. And the thick tail. Rainbow claws. A what now? Kind of like a cat girl. But dragon. I think those clouds are looking mighty fluffy. The little pink dragon with a hat without a hat with sunglasses without. A Hooters shirt! I don't even have Hooters. You know, that actually reminds me of a meme I wanted to draw recently. I get so many meme ideas I just don't get to. You know when everyone was doing the booba meme? Where they would have, like, the drink nestled on their chest, and then they would be drinking from the straw? I wanted to draw Dinky Pinky, just standing there with a vacant stare, with a straw in her mouth, and then the cup's just on the ground. Spilled over. I also wanted to do the Jacko pose, but with her like face down and just kind of slumped over. I want to turn sexy memes into jokes. I think that's fun. Just for me, because I think it's fun. Or the cup taped to you. That's funny too. Okay, stars. Get those colored in. Yeah, stars are gonna need... Actually, hold on. Go into the line arts, and I have to pull the stars out into background layer. Okay. Then they're going to... They have to go above the sky, and they're going to have their own color layer, because why not? I misspelled that, but you know what? It's okay. To approve makes him funnier. I like a little bit of comedy like that. It's good fun. Good, clean fun. It's okay if I posted the art and yeah, of course. That's what it's for. Or even if you're like advertising who did your model and stuff like that. I'm always looking for artists to follow. Most of the people I follow on Twitter are artists or other VTubers. I need to get better about watching other VTubers. It's so hard. It's so hard supporting people. I feel like I need to make like a spread Excel sheet of like, okay, I watched this person at this time. Now I can go to this person. Like a rotate. Because it's hard. Still isn't followed? And sometimes I forget if I'm following someone or not. It's like the other day where I was looking at my Twitter feed and it's like, people we recommend you to follow. And Lantos was on there and I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't I already? You know? Ugh. There we go. Oh, look at those color flats. It's so cute. Wonder if that background color still looks okay. This is tough. Is it too much blue? Should I make the background a different color? I feel like it should be something not blue. Oh hey, I missed a star. Maybe a different color. You like it? I mean, the whole picture's nice, but I don't like the sky color. Oh girl, what do you think? Do I think mobile on Twitch is garbo? Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't like watching people on mobile at all. I almost never do. I always watch on desktop, or it's on my TV, but I'll have my phone open to chat only mode, so I can still talk. Horrible with colors, but I like the background? I don't. I feel like the lighting of the clouds doesn't make sense with the blue background. The clouds insinuate there's a warm lighting going somewhere, like a sunset, but that sky is not a sunset. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, you agree? Oh, girl's good at she's good at helping me with art. She actually has a friend that one of her friends from high school. We have a little Discord channel, and sometimes I'll pop something in there and I'll ask like, I don't like this. Why don't I like this? And then she'll give me like a good response. And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? She mostly just does anatomy studies, so she's a lot better at she's really good at pointing stuff out to me. I feel like Hellgirl's a little bit better at colors than I am. Okay. Watching you on tablet because lazy. I have eyes. Yeah, you sure do. 2 of them. I have a tiny group of artist friends and we do that for each other. That's sweet. Okay, so the blue isn't right. But what is right? Not pink? Purple? Somewhere between pink and purple, maybe, but I don't want to make it too close to Pinky's skin color, too. So we might go more purple. Definitely a darker tone, I think. Like sunset. Purplish, yeah. Hey, Cosme! Hello, hello! Welcome in. Happy Friday. Red, orange. That's an interesting thought, too. We could try both. No harm in trying both. Contrast to Pinky's palette. Yeah, it would be a heavy contrast to add orangish in there. But the orange won't make sense in the clouds, though. That's the thing. Because the clouds are cold colored. Therefore, the sky would have to be cold, too. Otherwise, it wouldn't make that lighting effect. Shoot. And I like the clouds. I don't want to change them. I hate it when art makes me think. Also, when did my thing decide to pop up? Go away. Alright. Ugh. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick break, okay? I'm getting sweaty. Ew. This is gross. Alright. Quick BRB, folks. And we'll be back and we'll start working on that background and probably lighting and shading and all that fun stuff. Ooh, shading. BRB. And we're back. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for waiting. I was a dum-dum and I forgot to run an ad. I am so sorry. Anyway. Hello, hello. We are back. I got a cold cup of water. Got deodorant on. Ugh. You always think you're gonna be okay for the whole day and then you're not, because I forgot to close my curtains and the afternoon sun was going right through onto my chair. Better now, though. Got a cold glass of water, and Hellgirl's brewing me some iced coffee. Okay. Ready to go. So, background. Okay, maybe if I grab this tone right here, this blue, maybe if I make it kind of dark and then work our way to maybe a light lavender on the top? No, then again, I don't want it to bleed into the clouds. This is hard. I hate color theory. Or like one roast dinky, please? Coming right up. There you go. Dinner is served. Delicious. Even more reddish purple. Yeah, maybe. That it's... Ugh. Alright, we're just gonna wing it. We're going in. Indigo. I didn't think about indigo. Too purple. I could be too close to the balloon color. That's gonna bleed in. This is so hard. I hate this. But what if... How do colors work? Too dark, huh? I think the hot pink on the bottom is not a bad idea, but I need a better top, I think. But I think we're nailing down what looks good. The purple on the bottom and we're leveling to blue on the top isn't too bad. But it needs improvement. We lighten a lot of this up. We take this top color here and actually bring that down and make this lighter. Keeps thinking those color layers are too similar, so it's like blending them when it shouldn't be. I hate it when Paint Bucket thinks the adjacent color is the same color, so it fills in both. Is there a way to... I don't know how to fix that. There's probably a setting for it somewhere, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I should make them less similar then, huh? Too similar. You draw a high kick when the character's in a skirt. Oh, we're like, huh? Spats. You give her spats. Is the part where you're having problems? Oh, folding it. I see what you mean. Ripperoni. Shoot. Stop thinking it's the same color. It's not! It keeps filling in both. I'm going nuts. I don't want to color it by hand. I want to be mad. Yeah, I want to be mad. Never mind, my brain figured it out. Hold on. That's too intense, actually. That difference is too intense. Oh my god. Thinking that you can draw them. Oh, that's a good idea too with the skirt. Art is so cute. Oh, thanks. I like drawing cute stuff. Oh, fighting manga. That is a good idea. Yo, Dorohedoro has some pretty awesome action shots. And mostly women that kick. Okay, to make this fill in cleanly, I have to get rid of some stuff real quick. Gotta... think that bled out a lot of the pink. Why? Why'd you get rid of so much of the pink? What are you doing? Excuse you? Stupid. I did fine last time. I think the computer's trying to tell me that my colors are crap. I mean, I know that. I need to make it hard for me, though. Huh. Huh? Oh, yeah, the neighborhood kids are outside. They're running and screaming. Can't hear the kids? That's good. I'm kind of far away from the window, so it's not as bad as when... Because I used to be in a different location. I used to be more in the living room than the kitchen. And from the living room, you could definitely hear stuff. No. Alright. Hellgirl, what do you think about this? Is it good, or is it still off? I'm apprehensive. Desaturate it? You know, I have voice call open. If I do it too much, it's just nothing. So I put it to 85 and that looked a little bit better. Compared to 100? Yes? I don't know. How do you want to desaturate it? Just, it bleeds it all out. Do you think I need more pastels? Do you think the pink is too strong? Darker, huh? So desaturated dark. Alright, desaturate it and darker. Gotcha. Looks way too muted. That's really muted. But what if I make the top more black? Wait. Might be something. I might be onto something. Balloons are the focus. It makes sense to reduce the color, desaturate. Yeah. The color at the bottom's not too bad, but what if I lead it more into a darker black at the top? That's what I need to do. Sometimes the, what do you call this tool again? This tool, the gradient tool, sometimes it hates looking at other objects. So like when I tap somewhere, it'll consider line arts in places where it shouldn't, even though they're not in the same layer. I have to like freaking go back and hide everything that it could possibly think is a line. Not interfere with it. So picky. Really? It's not perfect. That's what I mean by AIs are tools to help the creative process, but they should not be the creative process. It's not so bad. Maybe more pronounced color on the bottom. Just make it a little bit more pronounced at the bottom, but going into black actually wasn't a bad idea. Typing on my new keyboard. Oh yes, Hellgirl's new keyboard is so cool. You should take a picture of it. It's all guitar rock. It's all punk rock guitar themed, and it's got a really nice thunk. It's very deep, quiet. It helped me make Visual Basic code. I had to change to work it properly, right? Yeah, Hellgirl also got a new computer case. It's super cool. Her setup's got like pretty nice. Very, very cool. It's her birthday gift. too much. Went too dark. That's a little subtle. There we go. Getting there. Background's still too flat though. It needs oomph. It needs like little stars, I think. But maybe we'll get to that once we start doing more shading and stuff, because this picture's not done. This is just the flat. I think the color scheme overall has kind of like come together though. I think we got it figured out. I didn't expect to do a dark evening sky at first, but I think it's the direction it had to go. Now, where are the balloons? Hold on. There you are. Now we just gotta clean up everything else. Ow! Crap, what I hit. Excuse you? Oh, I accidentally made it really big, didn't I? Must have hit that with my hand. Little stars in the darker bit. Yeah, I think bringing stars up to the top of the picture, that might look good as it bleeds into the night sky. Good idea. Why did I use my old one? Oh, I thought why not? Why not dust off the old dinky? Oh, it's also because I don't have a drawing picture frame for my PNG model. She only holds a controller. So my other frame, because I never finished the model that was supposed to be the drawing one, because I gave up and I got frustrated with it, and I'm like, whatever, I'm getting my 3D model soon, I'm not finishing that stupid thing. I didn't want to do the toggle. And all I can really do is either hold a controller or stare at you guys. And I didn't want to stare at you guys. So you get dinky, vapid stare at to nothing. Maybe one of these days I'll make a drawing PNG tuber. Not now. I don't wanna. Oh yeah, save? Thanks. I don't have a keyboard attached. The keyboard pops off. Just hit the thing. I need to mess with my pen. I have a button on my pen, but it doesn't do anything, and I need to attach that to an erase feature so I can just tap my pencil to erase instead of grabbing the eraser tool and doing it. Technically, if I turn my pen upside down, no, that just does whatever it is. I don't have that. I don't even have that registered for the eraser. I know you can register the back of the pen to register as an eraser, but no. A back button, that's what it is. Undo feature. I need my button to do an undo feature. That's what I need. Oh, thank you for the coffee. Heck yeah. Cold brew, hazelnut coffee. Good, thank you. By the way, what commissions am I taking? I thought I had the message. Oh, it's pinned actually. It should be pinned in the chat. The directory to my Ko-fi page, because that's where I host my commissions. Commissions I do are PNG tubers, reference sheets, and I have a your character here thing right now. It's the little plushie that I have held a raffle for. That's commissionable for $10. I don't remember if I have anything else in there. I got rid of the emotes because I hate doing emotes, and I feel like I want to be a better emote artist before I do more of those. Like, I haven't done terrible with them, but I want more practice. I made all the new emotes that are coming to the channel in a few months, so I guess that was kind of good practice. But yeah, that's what I got open. Yeah, I'm still taking PNG tuber commissions. You set up your pin with a click undo? I'm jealous. I heard emo artist. Emote! I am an emo artist. Well, not so much anymore. I guess maybe you don't ever really grow out of it, huh? I got little spots that I missed while I was coloring. You probably don't see it when you zoom out really far, but you know what? I notice. I care. I gotta plug these up. I wish my pen had like a bunch of buttons on it, like a mouse, so I could like change my tools just with a press of the button on my hand. It'd be so much easier than tapping it all the time. Emo commissions. Yeah, why not? I might draw cute stuff, but I bet you I can do creepy too. It might still end up cute, but it'd be creepy. Creepy and cute. I need emo pink. Looks so stupid. Look at that face. I love it. Cute emo character? Yeah. Yeah, I was. Before I was Pink Dragon, I was Black Dragon. I was all edgy. And then I turned pink. Because I like both. Like that SpongeBob picture? Yeah, like that. Looking pretty clean. I usually can't tell where I miss spots until I put the background in. But yeah, I don't see any more miscolorations. Yeah. There we go. Simple and clean. Good progress. Think you draw a little bit of drool? No, no drool. That's Aki. I always was a metalhead. I was listening to rock music the other day before. I remembered I actually kind of like it. I forgot. I was listening to like old music. Like, well, Incubus isn't really rock, but their earlier stuff was a bit more heavy. I was listening to Incubus again. What else did I listen to? Tool? I remember I liked Tool. And Under Oath? And The Used? I'm dating myself, aren't I? listened to a bit of Seosin, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, and 30 Seconds to Mars. It's logical, I have a dragon Sona. Dragons can embody anything you want them to. I guess the consistent theme is greed. I hoard my plushies. I'm very greedy. Incubus. I was working, like, yeah, I'm all punk rock and play bass. My favorite band, Florence and the Machine. True, I do love Florence and the Machine. She may not be punk or metal, but she's still hardcore in her own way. I like heavier stuff like a Valera Conspiracy. I don't think I've heard of that. Man, being greedy? I don't know. Maybe dragons don't have to be greedy. I guess it's just the stereotype, isn't it? Okay. Enough staring. More drawing. I hate shading. We're at the part I hate. Because this beautiful color flat is probably going to start looking bad. Let's see what I do. Alright, actually put the shadings in its own folder. Because certain things are going to be shaded different, I think, maybe. Hold on, okay. Oh. We'll make a folder for pinky shading. Pinky shadows. And highlight. Now, I'm still not sure which method is better. I'm not sure if it's more cohesive to do all the shadows and then do all the highlights, or to shadow and highlight together as I go. I have no idea which one works better. Last time I did a art piece, the teddy bear one, I did all shadows and then all highlights, and that turned out fine. But I think I'm going to test out doing shadows and highlights together this time. So, oh, maybe it could work. I love Corn, System of... Oh yeah, hey! I actually know all those ones. Yeah, I like System of a Down too. I don't think I've actually listened to Rammstein. Rammstein? Rammstein. But I remember Tenacious D. Oh, you don't like Tenacious D, Funky? I think he's funny. I found him relatable because I lived in Missouri before, and Tenacious D is from Missouri. And he has a song about being from Missouri. And yeah, Missouri sucks. If you ever visit the United States, don't go to Missouri. I don't care if it has St. Louis, don't do it. Actually, St. Louis is dangerous, don't go there. Oh, you don't like Jack Black? I'm sorry to hear that. Let's not bash on him though, okay? Because I do like him. That's what. Oh no, Echo, you live in Missouri? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you live in Missouri. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. All the leaves died and turned brown before it was even like September. Yeah, so am I. Yeah, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I went north and I'm happier for it. Oh, last time when I was doing shadows, I did like a colors like this, but what I did is I actually ended up dropping the opacity on it or something like that to try and find exact shades that I liked. I could probably do that again. Maybe. I live in... Oh, St. Louis? Oh no! I'm close to St. Louis. Doesn't St. Louis have crazy crime rate though? I've only passed through. I never actually went there. The Mississippi River is really cool though. Yeah, I just kind of passed through and I saw the St. Louis Arch, I saw the big river, and I'm like, cool! And that was it. I think the only big city I've ever visited was Chicago. Yo, Chicago's cool. Definitely, that's like a really cool, a good destination if you visit the US or you just go traveling in general. The Chicago History Museum is amazing. I loved it. I need to go back to Chicago and go to the aquarium too. I want to go back to the museum because I didn't see everything because it's so big. And I want to go to their aquarium. They're right next to each other too. The Chicago food is good too. Crime isn't good there, it's true. Worse across the river. Oh, I see. St. Louis is a city with a short man syndrome, oh no! So the Cardinals, oh yeah! Even I've heard of the Cardinals, and I even follow baseball. Hockey, oh, cool. The only hockey team I ever keep up and hear about is the Red Wings. And that's about it. I'm not good with sports. I don't hate sports, it's just not me, I guess you could say. You know, I got into esports for a little while. I used to be really into Smite, and I used to watch competitive Smite. It was actually kind of cool. Like, I felt it. I finally understood why sports fans enjoy sports so much. I had like a team I was rooting for, and I was excited when they were performing well and stuff like that. I felt the sports fan thing. I experienced it and I finally kind of understood just a little bit. I guess the difference though is I actually played Smite too. So like when I was watching the pros, I was thinking about ways I could learn. You know? Oh guys, I kind of realized something awful. The light source is coming from underneath her. I don't know how to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's the problem? I've never shaded from the bottom up before. Maybe if I just spin her around and try to work that way, maybe my brain will accept it a bit better. What if I just do that? Like, okay, I'll color her from here. Did it? Oh! Hi, Ice. Did I do a layer check? I have a lot of layers now. That looks good. 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 Everything looks good. Big brain, let's go. Maybe. Did I play competitive Smite? No. I wasn't that good. Oh, yeah, it is a redeem now. Layer check is a redeem. It's 1 point. It does nothing. It just tells me to layer check my layers. Yeah, I started stream, and I noticed that I didn't have the layer check set up, and I panicked, and I'm like, oh no, I can't let Ice know! So I made it really quick. Alright, I guess I'll try shading her like this. This might end up weird. Played competitive tribes. Really? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. No way I could survive esports these days. I don't think I could have survived at any time. I've just never been good at competitive games in general. So messy. My hands are starting to shake, and I don't think there's a stability in the world that can save me from that. More than usual, actually. My hands always shake, but hungry? I heard you sigh. Didn't you do like a big sigh? Of Oh, okay, I thought that was you going like, I told you to eat before stream. I wasn't hungry. I have bad appetite in the morning. Yes, I'm hungry, so my hands are shaking. So my lines were getting really messy. Shoot, this is not what I want. Crap. Take a food break. At least you can see the right side up Pinky in the corner. That doesn't look right though. That's usually what color I highlight her tail or all that stuff, but because of the dark pink underlight, it just doesn't look right. I might have accidentally started an advanced lighting thing that I wasn't prepared for. This cute drawing suddenly got really hard. See, this is one of the moments where I wish I did have that V2 thing to help me with shading, because this is hard. I don't know where to start. Huh? Oh, take the break? Oh, that's intense. highlights advice. What's up? What's your highlight advice? Hold on, what do I? Huh. Sometimes find it easier to do it backwards. What's backwards? Set the color in the entire tail with the highlight color, then use a mixture of soft and hard eraser. Oh, I see what you mean. So make it the highlight and then bring the flat out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if that would work for me. It's more about the color that's hurting me right now. I'm trying to figure out what color I want this to be. If that makes sense. What color is the light? The light is probably hot pink. I think the light source is hot pink. So I layered down a hot pink onto the tail, and then I dropped the opacity so it's still showing some of the original tail color through it. It's hard to explain words in or art in words. I totally get it. Oh girl, why? Still think you should try shading from the bottom. Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I put her right side up. I'm just doing it. Please leave the poor girl alone. She's dyslexic. Jesus, ice. Hello. Ugh. Sorry, I was thinking about how hungry I am. I'm like, how much of this do I want to do before I stop to eat? I don't want to stream that long. Like, if I stop to eat now, I'd take time, and then I'd probably just be ending, like, soon anyway. Shoot. Brain needs food. Yeah, probably. I wonder what I should eat. look more like shadows than highlights. Ones and I think on the legs that dark pink isn't too bad, but getting the wrong. Oh. Why is even cute dopey art hard? Right. Target to hit. That, I guess. So do you guys like the jazz, or did you prefer the lo-fi? Not really sure which I prefer. I I feel like jazz is a little less grating, or I think sometimes if I listen to lo-fi for too long, the heavy beats can kind of like give me a headache. Jazz seems a little easier for me to listen to, I think. A little bit more calming. Okay with either. Death metal. I don't know if there's copyright-free death metal. There might be. I don't know. Extreme lo-fi jazz. Is that a thing? Could I find lo-fi jazz? Sure, it exists. I know some people vehemently hate jazz, so wanted to be sure. Not sure why though. Just chill. I like this lounge music. French jazz, bossa nova. Oh yeah, I haven't listened to French jazz in a while. That gets fun too. This is just lounge jazz music. It's really slow. It's just mostly piano and a little bit of drum. Those people don't sound funky. I like the music with the funk. The Doom OST? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody listens to that music to relax. I believe some people feel like the sensation of ripping and tearing to be relaxing. I'll stop hitting things wrong place with the paint bucket. Shoot, what I hit. I hate it when I do that. I need to find a way to lock that toolbar so I can't do that in accident. Hmm. What do you guys think so far? How's it looking? I think I'm kind of getting the... I think I'm getting the lighting correct. I'm sure you're raving there, hell girl. Oh. I think I'm at the end of my rope, folks. I am so hungry. I think I'm gonna call it a little bit of a short stream. 3.5 hours instead of 4. I can live with that. Especially since I still need to finish Breath of the Wild before Tears comes out. I will not be streaming Pokemon on Sunday. I'm gonna do Breath of the Wild, and I'm gonna see if I can try and get as much done as I can. And I'm gonna keep playing Breath of the Wild until I beat it. Depending on how far we get or where we're standing, I may or may not stream on Thursday as well. It all depends on how we do. So just kind of like keep updated. Obviously, if I go live, you'll either see me ping it in the Discord or something like that. So if you're not a member of the Discord, feel free to join. That's a really good place to stay updated. And a lot of my other public stuff is on Twitter. So that's all there if you're interested. And of course, it's up in the pinned comments, but I'll link it down here anyway. There's my Ko-fi page for my art gallery and commission info and all that fun stuff. But yeah, let me take a look at Twitch real quick about possible raid. Oh, that's hard. Let's go raid Lou. Lou's playing Cult of the Lamb right now, and I feel like going and watch her right now. You don't know who Lou is? Last one out. She's another VTuber. She's a dog tuber, very cute, who also did her own model. She's also got really chill vibes. So if you've been having fun here, you'll definitely like her. I got it. Okay, we got the raid all set and ready. And of course our raid message for our dragon raid. Okay. So sorry this stream's a little bit cut short. Got kind of quiet towards the end, but you know. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. And I'll probably finish this picture later. You'll definitely see the finished piece another day. But thank you all so much for being here with me today. Please follow if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!